It's time for North Myrtle Beach Chiefs baseball on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network, and it starts right now.
Good evening and welcome to North Myrtle Beach Chiefs baseball right here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. My name is Brandon Biskobing, and the Mingo Bay Classic has finally arrived, the first of at least 4 days for the Chiefs, a whole week of baseball action for you guys. First to start off tonight's game, the Chiefs, Long process today. Got lineups a little late. Sorry for getting on a little later than expected. But first of 4 action-packed days here at the Mingo Bay Classic. And to start it off, the Chiefs take on the Legion Collegiate Lancers. Lots of storylines with Legion Collegiate this year. We'll talk about that all later on. The number 8 ranked North Myrtle Beach Chiefs come in with an 11-5 record. 23rd in the Max Prep South Carolina record, 5th in the 4A rankings, averaging 6.06 runs per game, opponents averaging 3 runs per game, and their last game was a 2-1 win over West Florence. That was their first game in 4 games that they had not 10-run ruled their opponent. Each of the previous 3 games prior to that were all 10-run rule games. Meanwhile, for the Lancers, they come in with an 8-1 record. They average 7.56 runs per game. Opponents averaging 2.56 runs per game. Their last game was a 4-3 win over Asheville Christian Academy. And a little interesting note for those of you who may not follow high school athletics quite as much, Legion Collegiate out of Rock Hill, South Carolina, and you would expect them to be in a South Carolina league, but as a result of some politics and some issues with the SEHSL, Legion Collegiate last year decided to move this year over to the North Carolina Independent School Athletic Association, the NCISAA. So, makes things, they've had an interesting last couple of years. But they are a big program nonetheless, and they're going to be a bit of a test for the Chiefs. We'll get you the starting lineups right now. First, for the Lancers, it'll be number 4, Devin Parks. He will lead off and play center field. Batting second and playing second base is number 3, Jay Douglas. The first baseman, number 11, Jack Kalea, will bat third. The cleanup hitter will be number 13, Ethan Belk. He will be the right fielder. The catcher, number 18, Laz Santos, will bat fifth. Batting sixth in the designated hitter is number 21, Ryan Burke. Number 7, Jackson Reed, will bat seventh and play third base. Batting eighth and the shortstop is number 1, Tyler Champagne. And rounding things off in the 9th spot is the left fielder, number 2, Riley Stiles. The pitcher for the Lancers is Xavier Pelzer. Now for the Chiefs, leading it off and playing left field is number 6, Chance Hall. The second baseman, number 7, Camden Gasky, will bat second. Batting third and pitching will be number 17, Burgess Gerganis. Number 19, Luke Roop, will be the cleanup hitter, and he will play first base. Batting fifth and playing right field is number 18, Caden Kingston. Trace Hall will bat sixth and play center field. He is number 12. Batting seventh and playing shortstop is number 2, Grayson Simpson. Drew Freeman, number 4, will catch and bat eighth. And rounding things off in the 9th spot is the third baseman, number 14, Kevin Rivera. And like I mentioned, Burgess Gerganis will do the pitching for the Chiefs. So once again, first game here for the Chiefs in the Mingo Bay Classic. Go around the Classic for a moment. In the earlier games, in the 3 o'clock games, Atlantic Shores beat Camden in a thriller here in North Myrtle Beach, here at the Hank, prior to this game, with a walk-off walk. Not exactly the most thrilling way to win the game, but still a very fun game nonetheless. Camden tied the game up in the top of the 7th inning, but then Atlantic Shores was able to finish it off with a walk-off walk to win their first game of the Classic. Also around the Classic, Patriot beat Greenbrier Christian 12-5. Dunkirk beat Newark 15-4. And Worcester beat Clark County 11-1. As we are getting set for baseball here in North Myrtle Beach. Devin Park steps into the box. He has a .453 batting average with 5 home runs. And the first pitch from Gerganis is a ball high, and we are underway. First pitch, 6:35, a little behind schedule because of having to get the field up and ready once again for this game. The 1-0 is swung on and hit over to the third baseman, fielded by Rivera, thrown on to first base in time for the first out of the inning. That'll give me a chance to give you the defensive alignment for the Chiefs. Left to right in the outfield, it is Chance Hall, Trace Hall, and Kingston. Third to first in the infield, Rivera, Simpson, Gasky, and Roop. And Drew Freeman doing the catching for Burgess Gerganis. Jay Douglas steps into the box, and he takes a pitch up and in for ball 1. Douglas, .280 batting average on the season. Here in North Myrtle Beach, 69 degrees outside currently. Sunny. Sun right behind the right field wall. Starting to set. Few clouds in the sky, but nothing too bad. The 1-0 is a strike on the high inside corner, and it's a 1-1 count now. Lights starting to come into play. Wind, not really much of a factor. A slight wind blowing in, but nothing too severe. The 1-1 strike on the high outside corner, and it's a 1-2 count. This is the first time these two teams have ever faced off against each other. That pitch, a good changeup that got Douglas to swing out in front of it. And there are 2 away. That'll bring up Jack Kalea. He's batting .363 on the season with 2 home runs. The first pitch to Kalea is a ball low, and it's a 1-0 count. Gerganis, thus far this season, this is his 5th start on the season, 6th appearance overall. He has a .79 ERA, as that pitch is a ball low and inside. 2-0 count now. .79 ERA, 1.13 whip, and has given up 8 walks and has 6 strikeouts on the season thus far. That pitch, a good changeup that got Kalea out in front of it. And it's 2-1. Gerganis will use that changeup a good bit. Scouting report for Gerganis, a 77 to 79 mile an hour fastball, 71 mile an hour curveball, as that ball is lofted out into right field, and that will drop in front of Kingston for the first hit of the game. So the Lancers stay alive here in the first inning. That'll bring up the cleanup hitter Ethan Belk, who's .361 with 2 home runs on the season. But like I was mentioning, Gerganis likes to use that changeup. His scouting report, 77 to 79 mile an hour fastball, 71 mile an hour curveball, 72 mile an hour slider, and like the aforementioned 75 mile an hour changeup. The first pitch, again, another changeup that gets Belk to swing out in front of it. And it's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch will not come quite yet as a pickoff throw over to first base, keeping Kalea close. The long look in by Gerganis. Now he sets and deals. And that ball's fouled off. And we'll do it again at 0-2. The 0-2 pitch is a ball low. Snap throw might have been a strike, but it was just a little off the plate outside. The 1-2. Ball in the dirt. Good block by Freeman, keeping it in front of him, avoiding Kalea from going. The 2-2. Called strike 3 on the high outside corner, and that'll end the inning. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. First chance for the Chiefs as we head to the bottom of the first inning here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. First chance for the Chiefs on offense as Chance Hall steps into the box. And the Chiefs will face off against Xavier Peltzer as the first pitch to Hall is a strike at the knees. And so 0-1. Hall batting .460 on the season. He had a great season thus far as that pitch is a strike at the knees. And it's quickly 0-2 to Hall. .460 with 15 runs, 8 RBI. The 0-2 pitch is a called strike 3 at the knees. And there's 1 away. That'll bring up Camden Gasky. Gasky, 273 this season with 9 runs and 5 RBI. The first pitch to Gasky is a called strike at the knees, and it's quickly 0-1. K. Xavier Peltzer. As that pitch is a called strike, it's swung on and missed for strike 2, and it's quickly 0-2. 3-0 record for Peltzer with a 3.26 ERA, .83 whip for the lefty, and the southpaw deals. That's a ball low and inside, and a 1-2 count now. Has 27 strikeouts, only 2 walks this season. Scouting report for Peltzer, 84 to 85 mile an hour fastball. As the 1-2 is a check swing, dribbled foul down the first base line. And we'll do it all over again at 1-2. 76 mile an hour curveball, 74 mile an hour changeup, and a 76 mile an hour slider for Peltzer. The 1-2 pitch. Now Peltzer steps off. Now gets set once more. The 1-2. Swung on and fouled back. And we'll do it again at 1-2. At least for Gasky, I mean, it's still early, but at least for Gasky as compared to Hall, he's been making Peltzer work a little bit here. This is the 6th pitch of the at-bat now, and it's a called strike 3 right down the plate. And 2 up, 2 down, 2 strikeouts looking for the Chiefs. That'll bring up Burgess Gerganis. Gerganis batting .239 this season with 11 runs, 2 home runs, and 12 RBI. The first pitch to Gerganis. A ball just off the plate, a little low and inside. And it's a 1-0 count. The 2-0. Swung on and missed, and that was a big hack by Gerganis. Just could not catch up to it. And it's a 2-1 count. Gerganis had a golf swing on that one, swinging for the fences. And that one he gets a jolt into, and that will get into straightaway left field in there for a base hit. Just a line drive single into the left field gap. And it's now a runner on first base with 2 away. That'll bring up Luke Roop. Luke Roop batting .378 thus far this season with 8 runs, 1 home run, and 13 RBI. The first pitch to Roop pops it high but foul. And it's 0-1. Peltzer looking in for the signal. Now gets set. The 0-1. Called strike at the knees. And it's quickly 0-2 to Roop. One thing you'll notice with Peltzer is that he has very good command. And, I mean, that could work as that ball is popped high into down the right field line, but will get out of play, foul. And we'll do it all over again at 0-2. Like I was mentioning with Peltzer, he's able to use the complete strike zone and locate his pitches very well as that misses up and away. And it's now a 1-2 count. And that's something that, I mean, it's kind of a trade-off because on one hand, pitches that may normally look like balls are going to be strikes for him, which is going to hurt the Chiefs. But at the same time, if you know a pitcher, as time is called at the plate, pitch came but will not count as Roop called for time. But like I was mentioning, if you're able to know that this pitcher has good command, you're just expecting it to be a strike. The 1-2. swung on and lofted out into left field. That'll get down for a base hit. So after 2 straight strikeouts, the Chiefs, like I said, now are starting to swing and say, hey, if he's going to throw it into the strike zone, just swing at it. Let's get some hits. And that's exactly what they did, both Roop and Gerganis getting on base. That'll bring up Caden Kingston, the right fielder. Kingston batting .225 on the season with 5 runs and 5 RBI. But it's one thing, talking about it a little bit further, as the first pitch to Kingston is fouled back, and it's 0-1. This is a bit of a change for the Chiefs as compared to, maybe not so much against West Florence, but against some of the previous teams that they've faced off against in their 10-run rule streak. They had to be much more discerning at the plate because the pitchers that they were facing against didn't have as good of command. As that pitch is swung on and missed for strike 2. And it's 0-2. So now like I said, it may actually help the Chiefs here because they're just able to swing away at, just about everything. Obviously, in a count like this, you're a little more wary as that ball once again is fouled off, and we'll do it all over again at 0-2. But, in 0-2, 1-2 counts, yeah, you may have to be a little more discerning because he's going to try to make you chase one, probably. Pelzer sets, now deals, and that ball is swung on, missed for strike 3. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. After 1 full, still scoreless here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. 5, 6, 7 due up for the Lancers, as it will be Laz Santos stepping into the box to face off against Burgess Gerganis in his 2nd inning of work. The first pitch to Santos is a strike at the letters, and it's 0-1. We are here at the Hank Hester Sports Complex. The 0-1 is a strike at the knees. Good framing of that pitch by Freeman, pulling the glove up and getting the call strike. And it's 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Check swing, and they will say, I'm not sure if he went around, but either way, it's a strikeout nonetheless. I'm pretty sure he did. But either way, it's a strikeout, and there's one away. That'll bring up Brian Burke. The first pitch to Burke is swung on and fouled off, and it's an 0-1 count. 3-10 to both corners, to both foul poles. And 355 to straightaway center field here in North Myrtle Beach. That pitch fouled off, and we'll do it again at 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Long look in by Gerganis. And now he deals. Swung on and missed. Good high heat by Gerganis. And there are 2 away. 2 up, 2 down, 2 strikeouts for Gerganis. And it looks like thus far, early on, this may very well be a pitcher's duel here in North Myrtle Beach. That'll bring up Jackson Reed. The first pitch to Reed. Ball just a little off the plate outside. And it's a 1-0 count. The 1-0. Swung on and missed. Good changeup. Got Reed out in front of it. And it's a 1-1 count. Gerganis mixing his pitches very effectively early on in this game. The 1-1. That ball is grounded over to the second baseman. Fielded by Gasky. Thrown on to first base in time for the final out of the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. After 1.5, we head to the bottom of the second, still scoreless, here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. 6, 7, 8 due up for the Chiefs as Trace Hall steps into the box. The first pitch to Hall is swung on and missed for strike 1. And it's 0-1. Hall on the season, batting .368 with 16 runs, 1 home run, and 11 RBI. As the second pitch is swung on and missed for strike 2, and it's quickly 0-2. The 0-2 pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. 3 pitches, 1 strikeout, 1 out for Xavier Pelzer. And that'll bring up Grayson Simpson. Grayson Simpson batting .271 with 6 runs and 6 RBI. As that ball's fouled off over the Legion Collegiate dugout. And it's 0-1. The coaching staff for the Chiefs, manager B.A. Alderson, pitching coach Matt Roop, as that ball's fouled off, and it's quickly 0-2. As well as the other assistants, Matt Jolly and Billy Houseware. The 0-2 pitch is reached for and lofted down the right field line, but that will be foul. Just landing in foul territory. And we'll do it again at 0-2. The 0-2 pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. And there are 2 away. 2 quick strikeouts for Pelzer, and that will bring up Drew Freeman. Freeman on the season batting .261 with 2 runs and 5 RBI, as the first pitch to Freeman is a called strike at the knees, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 swung on and fouled back, and it's quickly 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. The manager for Legion Collegiate is Devin Lowry, as that pitch is a ball in the dirt. And it's a 1-2 count now. Pitching coach for Legion is Jake Hylinski. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. They will say it was in the dirt. Throw down to first base by Santos is in time, and that'll end the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts, as Xavier Pelzer strikes out the side in the bottom half of the second inning. We head to the top of the third. Still scoreless here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. 8-9-1 due up for Legion Collegiate as we head to the top half of the third inning. Tyler Champagne steps into the box. The shortstop for the Lancers. The first pitch to Champagne is a ball up and in, and it's a 1-0 count. The 1-0 swung on and missed. A good fastball blasted by him at the knees, and it's a 1-1 count. Gerganis still on the bump, as the 1-1 is a ball just a little bit high, and it's a 2-1 count now. Gerganis ranked 77th in South Carolina, considered a high follow prospect according to Perfect Game USA. The 2-1 is a strike on the inside part of the plate, and it's a 2-2 count now. There is a 77 to 79 mile an hour fastball, 71 mile an hour curveball, 72 mile an hour slider, and a 75 mile an hour changeup, as that ball is dribbled over to the shortstop. Having some trouble with it is Simpson, and he will not be able to make the play in time. So count that as an E6. And that puts Champagne on the bump for Legion. So runner on first base now with nobody out. That'll bring up the number 9 here, Riley Stiles. The first pitch to Styles, he squares to bunt, but pulls the bat back as a changeup is a ball low. And it's a 1-0 count now. We'll see how that one was officially scored, but I'd have to assume that it's going to be scored in error as a pickoff throw over to first base, keeping Champagne close. Long look in by Gerganis. Now he gets set. The 1-0. He bunts it at it, and it's popped up, almost caught by Freeman, but not quite able to quick enough. So it drops down for a strike, and it's a 1-1 count. The 1-1. The 1-1 will not come as Gerganis will step off the bump. And actually, they gave him a little hometown scoring as they gave Champagne a single as that pitch is a ball low. And it's a 2-1 count now. The 2-1 pitch. Bunted at, but popped up once again in foul territory. And now it's a 2-2 count, and the bunt, more than likely, will not be on anymore. Legion Collegiate trying to play small ball early on here in the game, but not able to do so, and that may benefit the Chiefs. The 2-2 will not come as a pickoff throw over to first base, keeping Champagne close. The 2-2 will, again, another pickoff throw over to first base. The 2-2. Lofted foul over the Legion Collegiate dugout. And we'll do it all over again at 2-2. The 2-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3. And there's one away. Good bounce back at bat for Gerganis. As that'll bring us back to the top of the order. And Devin Parks, who's 0 for 1 today, grounded out to Rivera at third in the first inning to lead off the game. The first pitch to Parks is a ball low in the dirt, and it's a 1-0 count. The 1-0 pitch. Ball in the dirt, gets away from Freeman and rolls almost all the way to the Chiefs' dugout. And in the process on that pass ball, Champagne is able to advance up to second. Gerganis, during the offseason, played for RPR Baseball Carolina Prospects National. As a pickoff throw over to second base goes all the way out and will get all the way out into center field and allow Champagne to come all the way around to score. So count that as an E1, allowing the run to score. And just like that, oh, I actually take that back. That was actually hit. Thought it was thrown. So that's an RBI double for Devin Parks. That was launched into the left center field gap. And just like that, the Lancers take a 1-0 lead. The first pitch is a ball low and away. And it's a 1-0 count. So a 1-run double for Parks. And that'll bring up Jay Douglas now. The 1-0. Strike on the high outside corner. And it's 1-1 count. Aces are wild. 1 on, 1 out, and a 1-1 count. Long looking for Gerganis. Now sets and deals. And that ball is grounded weakly over to the left side of the infield and able to beat out the throw is Douglas at first. So essentially a bunt single, a swinging bunt single, and in the process the runner advances to third from second. So runners at the corners now with still only 1 away. That'll bring up Jack Kilea. He's 1 for 1 today with a single. And after the first 2 innings being as that pitch is a strike at the knees, and it's an 0-1 count. After the first 2 innings being controlled by the pitchers, now the offense is starting to come to life, at least on the Legion Collegiate side. And they've gotten 3 hits in four batters. The 0-1 is a strike right down the heart of the plate, and it's an 0-2 count. This would be a big second out for Gerganis to get it right here. As you would have to imagine, as that pitch is a ball low. Changeup tried to get Kilea to swing out in front of it, but he holds up. And it's now a 1-2 count. Just a purpose pitch by Gerganis. And in the process, the runner goes up to second on defensive indifference. So now there are 2 runners in scoring position with the runners at second and third. And still only 1 away. That also denies the double play opportunity, as that ball is grounded over to the right side of the infield, fielded by Roop and flipped over to first base. Gerganis covering first, and he's actually not able to get to the bag in time, and Kilea is able to beat out the throw at first. That ball was just a slow little dribbler over about 3/4 of the way up the diamond towards first base, and Roop came off the bag, tried to make the flip, but was not able to do so, and in the process, Parks comes around to score, and Douglas advances to third. So count that as an RBI single as well. And now it's 2-0, as that pitch misses low, and it's a 1-0 count to Ethan Belk. So the offense has come to life, at least for Legion Collegiate. Now up 2-0. The 1-0 is swung on and missed. Some high heat by Gerganis. And it's a 1-1 count. Belk 0 for 1 today. Struck out looking to end the first inning. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on and lofted down the right field line, but that will get out of play. Foul. And it will be a 1-2 count. The 1-2 pitch. Gerganis looks in for the sign, now gets set. And the pitch. Ball low and away. The the delayed double steal, they are able to get the runner at second out, but in the process, the runner at third, Douglas, comes in to score after the throw is made. So that delayed double steal that everyone is so familiar with when there are runners at the corners works to perfection for the Lancers, and now it's a 3-0. I'm always kind of surprised. I mean, I understand catchers' inclinations for wanting to throw out runners, but in those types of situations, as that pitch of the ball in the dirt, and it's now a full count, in those types of situations, I would hold it and avoid the runner from scoring. Yes, you allow the runner to advance to second, but an out there with the runner scoring hurts you more in the long run, at least in my opinion. As that ball is popped high to the right side of the infield, calling everyone off and catching it just to the fair side of the foul line is Gasky, and that will end the inning, but not before the Lancers put a 3 spot on the board. 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. Nobody left on base. After 2.5, it's 3-0 Legion Collegiate here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. Chiefs trying to get back into this one, down by 3 now here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, as the first pitch is a strike at the knees, and it's an 0-1 count to Kevin Rivera. The 0-1 is swung on and fouled back, and it's an 0-2 count to Rivera, who is batting .146 on the season with 5 runs and 2 RBI. The 0-2 pitch is a ball up and away, and it's a 1-2 count now. Xavier Peltzer, in his 3rd inning of work out there, he is committed. That's a called strike 3 on the high outside corner, and there is one away. That'll bring us back to the top of the order in Chance Hall, who's 0 for 1 today. Struck out looking in the 1st inning to start the game off for the Chiefs. Peltzer staying in state as that pitch is swung on and missed. Good fastball that just blasts by Hall. And it's 0-1. Peltzer staying in state and going to South Carolina when he graduates, committed to South Carolina. That pitch, another fastball that's just blasted by Hall, and it's quickly 0-2. And there's a good reason why he's dominating the Chiefs right now. Ranked 12th in South Carolina overall, and he is a top 500 recruit in the nation, the top lefty in the state of South Carolina. Throws an 84 to 85 mile an hour fastball, 76 mile an hour curveball, 74 mile an hour changeup, and a 76 mile an hour slider. As that pitch is a ball low, and it's a 1-2 count. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. A changeup that got Hall to swing out in front of it, and there are quickly 2 away. First pitch to Gasky is swung on and missed for strike 1. And it's 0-1. Camden Gasky 0 for 1 today. He struck out looking in the first inning as that ball is hit out in, and that will be caught by the center fielder for the final out of the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. We head to the top of the 4th inning. Lancers out in front 3-0 here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. Top of the 4th inning, 5-6-7 due up for Legion Collegiate as Laz Santos steps into the box. The first pitch to Santos is a strike at the knees, and it's an 0-1 count. Santos, during the offseason, plays for SBA Futures. The 0-1 pitch. Check swing, they will say did not go around, and it's a 1-1 count. The 1-1. Ball up and in. 2-1 count now. Chiefs just need to keep this game within striking distance at least. As that pitch is swung on and popped high out into left center field. Went pretty deep as Trace Hall gets underneath it and is able to make the catch for the first out of the inning. Didn't think that was going to go as deep as it did off the bat, but it did. And that'll bring up Ryan Burke. He's 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. Burke ranked 46th in the state of South Carolina as that pitch is swung on and hit out into right field, but right at Kingston for the second out of the inning. So 2 up, 2 down, 2 flyouts. And that'll bring up Jackson Reed. Jackson Reed 0 for 1 today with a ground out to the second baseman. The first pitch to Reed. Ball low, and it's a 1-0 count. Reed in the offseason plays for Legacy Baseball 2023. As that pitch swung on and missed. A good fastball that just got it over. And it's an 0-1 count. The 0-1. Ball low in the dirt. 1-1 count now. The 1-1 pitch is swung on and chopped over to the third baseman. Rivera fields it, low throw, but it's picked up by Roop in time for the second out of the inning. Oh, no, or excuse me, will not be, because that would have been the third out of the inning. And they will say that Roop was not able to get control of the ball before Reed reached first base. So mark that as an E5. And that'll bring up Tyler Champagne. The first pitch to Champagne is a strike right down the heart of the plate. And it's an 0-1 count. The 0-1 pitch, ball in the dirt. Good block by Freeman. One count, runner on first base, 2 away. This would be a good bounce back inning for Gerganis if he could hold Legion scoreless. That pitch misses low, 2-1 count now. The 2-1 pitch. And now it's a 2-2. Excuse me, 3-1 count. Champagne, during the offseason, plays for 5-star Carolina Right. The 3-1 is swung on and dribbled down the third base line. After 3.5, it's still 3-0 Legion Collegiate here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. Gerganis steps into the box to lead off the bottom half of the fourth inning. It will be the heart of the order due up 3-4-5 as the first pitch of the ball low. And it's a 1-0 count. The 1-0 pitch is fouled back. And it's a 1-1 count now. The 1-1 fouled back again, and it's now a 1-2 count. The 1-2 swung on and missed. A good changeup. Gets away from the catcher, though. Gerganis will try to beat it out, but he is not able to do so, as he is thrown out. So mark that as a K2-3. And there is one away. That'll bring up Luke Roop, who's 1 for 1 today. first pitch to Roop is a ball low and inside. 1-0 count now. Roop is considered a follow prospect, according to Perfect Game USA. Plays for C35 15 under regional. Played in the C35 15 under regional showcase last. As that ball's fouled off, and it's a 1-1 count. The 1-1. Up and in. Roop had to back out. And it's a 2-1 count now. The 2-1. Swung on and grounded into the hole into straightaway center field past the diving glove of Champagne at short. And that'll be a 1-out single for Roop. That'll bring up Caden Kingston, who is 0 for 1 today. Struck out swinging to end the first inning. Caden Kingston, considered a high follow prospect. Played for RPR Baseball, Carolina Prospects National. As that pitch is swung on and hit down the right field line foul. Not sure if Roop was going on the pitch, but he got all the way past second base before he had to turn around. The 0-1 pitch. That ball is swung on and grounded over to the shortstop. Over to second for 1. On to first. In time for the double play. 6-4-3 double play. Gets the Lancers out of the inning. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base after 4 full. Still 3-0 Lancers here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. 9-1-2 due up for Legion Collegiate as Burgess Gurganis still out there for his 5th inning of work. Up to 65 pitches is Gurganis. So you have to imagine that BA is just going to let Gurganis throw as much as he can to save the bullpen for later on in the week as that pitch is fouled off. And it's an 0-1 count to Styles, who's 0 for 1 today with a strikeout swinging. The 0-1 misses low in the dirt. 1-1 count now. The 1-1 pitch. Strike at the letters. And it's a 1-2 count now. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and dribbled to the right side of the infield and not able to make a play. Kind of surprising. Roop decided to take himself instead of going to the bag and allowing Gasky to charge it, Roop thought he was the one to make the best play, and Gerganis was not able to get over to the bag in time to cover first. So mark that as an infield single, and that brings us back to the top of the order in Devin Parks. Parks 1 for 2 today with an RBI double and a run scored. The first pitch is popped high into straightaway left field. Getting under it and making the catch is Chance Hall. And there's one away. That'll bring up Jay Douglas. Douglas 1 for 2 today with a single and a run scored. Long look in for Gerganis. Now he gets set and deals. Ball low and inside, and it's a 1-0 count. Looked like he was squaring around to bunt, but pulled it back. The 1-0 pitch is swung on and lined down the left field line. That'll land fair. Rounding second and heading for third and getting waved around to home is Styles, and he will score. Going all the way to third is Douglas. That will be an RBI triple for Jay Douglas. And just like that, the Lancers lead it 4-0. That ball was lined down the left field line and got caught up in the corner down the left field line, allowing both runners to advance 3 bases. That'll bring up Jack Kilea. Kilea committed to Navy. As that ball gets away from Freeman at the plate, allowing Douglas to scurry home and extend the lead out to 5 now. So mark that as a wild pitch. And now it's 5-0. And now you have to wonder, now with this game starting to get a little bit out of hand, not completely obviously, but you have to start to wonder how much of a leash Burgess Gerganis has, as that pitch misses low, and now it's a 2-0 count. Going back to Kilea, committed to Navy, ranked 69th in South Carolina, top 1,000 in the nation. And he plays for the on-deck O's during the non-high school season. That pitch, good changeup, got him to swing out in front of it. And it's a 2-1 count now. 2-1, 1 away, nobody on base. 5-0. Legion Collegiate in the lead. The 2-1. Changeup misses low, and now it's a 3-1 count. The 3-1. Called strike on the high outside corner, and now it's full. The payoff pitch from Gerganis is swung on and chopped over to the shortstop. A high bounce, but Simpson's able to take it and throw on to first base in time for the second out of the inning. Good patience by Grayson Simpson at short, just allowing that ball to come down to him and having the confidence in his arm to throw it across the diamond over to Roop at first in time. So now there are 2 away, and that'll bring up the cleanup hitter Ethan Belk. He's 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a pop-out. First pitch to Belk is a little low, and it's a 1-0 count. Belk also committed to a Division I school, committed to Wofford, and he's ranked 3rd in South Carolina, 349th in the nation. The 1-0 is swung on and launched into left field through the hole in there for a base hit. And that'll keep the inning alive for Legion Collegiate. So runner on first base with 2 away. That'll bring up Laz Santos. The first pitch to Santos is a ball low in the dirt, and it's a 1-0 count. Runner on first base, 2 away. Legion Collegiate already up by 5. The pitch. Strike. Throw down is not quite in time. As Belk beats out the throw by Freeman. And they counted that as a ball outside. So now it's a 2-0 count. So runner on second base now with 2 away. And Legion is threatening to put more on the board. Already 2 runs coming in this inning. Trying to make it at least 3 and extend the lead out to 6. The pitch. Ball low. Oh, no, actually, excuse me. No, okay. That was a called ball. The pitch prior when Belk went on the throw was counted as a strike, so it's now a 2-1 count. The 2-1 pitch. Ball low. Try to snap throw over to second, but Belk is able to get back in safely. Kind of a risky play by Freeman right there, as he could have very easily airmailed that into second and allowed Belk to advance at least to third. 3-1 count now. The pitch. Ball low, and Santos works a walk. So runners at first and second now with 2 away. Ryan Burke steps into the box. The first pitch to Burke, as he now steps into the box. Burke 0 for 2 today, as that first pitch is a strike on the inside part of the plate, and it's an 0-1 count. Burke 0 for 2 today thus far. The 0-1. That ball is lined out into straightaway center field, but that will be caught by Hall for the final out of the inning. But not before the Lancers put up 2 more on the board and extend their lead out to 5. 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. After 4.5, it's 5-0 Lancers here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. during the break there was some sort of injury for Legion Collegiate. Looks like it's number 11, Zach Kalea, that came up a little limp. So hopefully he'll be okay, and I would have to assume that there's going to be some substitution as a result. We'll get you the information when we get it, as Trace Hall comes in to bat to lead off the bottom half of the fifth inning. He's 0 for 1 today with a strikeout swinging to lead off the second inning. The first pitch to Hall is a strike right at the letters, and it's 0-1. The 0-1. Ball a little high and away, and it's a 1-1 count. The 1-1 is swung on and lined over the head of the second baseman Douglas into right field for a base hit. So a good way to start off the inning for the Chiefs, as they just try to get something going to try to cut into this deficit, currently down by 5. And that'll bring up Grayson Simpson. He's 0 for 1 today. He struck out swinging as well in the second inning. In that inning, Pelzer was able to set down the Chiefs 1-2-3, all striking out, struck out the side. As that pitch is fouled off, and it's an 0-1 count. The 0-1 pitch. Reached for it and chopped down the third base line, foul. And it's now a 0-2 count. The 0-2 pitch. Pelzer now, thought about getting set. Now steps off of the rubber. And will reset. Now gets set. And deals. Misses low and inside. And it's now a 1-2 count. The 1-2. Misses high and in. And it's a 2-2 count now. The 2-2 pitch will not come, as Pelzer will step off the rubber. And now gets set once more. And now a little miscommunication apparently between Santos and Pelzer, as Santos goes out to talk with his pitcher. And actually looks like there is a substitution at the plate. Looks like that is number 10. We'll get you his particulars in just a second. As that pitch is fouled off. And it's now a 3-2 count. The full count, the payoff pitch is popped, foul out of play, and we'll do it all over again at 3-2. There's no number 10 on my roster. Obviously, the catching equipment is obscuring the view. It may still be 18. It may still be Santos behind the plate. As that ball is lofted out into left field. That'll drop in front of Hall in there for a base hit. Will not be hit deep enough to allow Hall to advance any further. But that's a good base hit for Simpson. And that will bring up Drew Freeman. So runners on first and second with nobody out. This is the best opportunity probably for the Chiefs. Actually, definitely the best opportunity that the Chiefs have had all day. As the first pitch is a ball high and inside to Freeman. And it's 1-0. Freeman's 0 for 1 today. Struck out swinging to end the second inning. The only time the Chiefs have had a runner at second base today, prior to now, as that ball's fouled off, and it's now a 1-1 count. Prior to this inning, the only time the Chiefs had a runner in scoring position was back in the first inning, but that was with 2 outs. So this is by far the best opportunity the Chiefs have had today thus far. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2. And it's now a 1-2 count. Chiefs trying to keep this little rally going and try to at least score the first run of the game for them. And try to will away this lead as that pitch misses low and inside. Freeman having to do a little jig at the plate. And now it's a 2-2 count. The 2-2 pitch. Called strike 3 at the knees. And there's one away. That's a big first out for Pelzer. As now it does potentially set up the inning-ending double play, with Rivera coming up to the plate. Rivera, as that pitch is a ball inside. It's a 1-0 count now. Rivera, during the non-high school season, plays for the Myrtle Marlins. That pitch is fouled off. And it's a 1-1 count now. This would be a huge disappointment for the Chiefs. There's only one away, but still, if Rivera gets out and then Hall gets out, it would be a huge disappointment for the Chiefs. Having 2 runners on base. If that pitch almost plunks Rivera, he has to shimmy his way out of the way of that one as well. And it's now a 2-1 count. But like I was mentioning, it would be a huge disappointment for the Chiefs to leave 2 runners stranded. The 2-1. Misses low and inside, and now Rivera looks to try to potentially work a walk and load the bases. The 3-1 pitch. Swung on and grounded down the left field line, just foul. Thought that bounced over the bag, but the umpire behind the pitcher says, nope, that is a foul ball, and we'll do it all over again with the count full. There is a big hole on the left side of the infield. The third baseman playing towards the line. That ball's fouled off, and we'll do it all over again with the count full. The third baseman, now he backs a little closer. No, yeah, he's going to play very close to the line. A lot closer than you normally. Well, now he's set up normal third base position as the payoff pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. And just like that, there are now 2 away. And this is exactly what you do not want to see if you're a Chiefs fan. That'll bring us back to the top of the order in Chance Hall. He's 0 for 2 today, though, and he struck out twice, trying to avoid the hat trick. The first pitch to Hall is swung on and missed for strike 1, and it's 0-1. Already 11 strikeouts as that pitch misses inside. And they're going to say it plunked. For a second I thought they were going to say it plunked Hall, but instead it went past Santos at the plate, allowing both runners to advance. So mark that as a wild pitch. And now there are 2 runners in scoring position with 2 away. This is a huge opportunity for Hall. The pitch. Ball low, and it's a 2-1 count. Chance Hall on the season, batting .500 with runners in scoring position. Would love to continue that hot hitting right here. That pitch is a strike called at the knees, and it's now a 2-2 count. Deuces are wild here. 2 on, 2 out, and a 2-2 count. And the Chiefs trying to get their first runs on the board in this game. The pitch. Swung on and lofted out into right center field. That will drop in and get all the way to the wall. Rounding second and heading for third, and now being held up. At first was being waved around by B.A. Alderson. Now is held up at third, but that will be a 2-run triple for Chance Hall, and the Chiefs cut the deficit to 3. That was a great line shot into right center field gap. Both the right fielder and the center fielder were going for it, but just could not catch up to it. And that's a huge 2-out hit for Chance Hall. That'll bring up Camden Gasky, and just like that, now the Chiefs have the opportunity to cut the lead in more than half. Already cut it down to 3, and now another run is just 90 feet away. The 0-1 pitch is swung on and lined into... Oh no, what a grab! They'll count it on the fly. What a diving grab by Collegiate at first base, and that'll end the inning. But not before the Chiefs are able to put 2 runs on the board on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. After 5 full, it's 5-2 Legion Collegiate here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. New pitcher on the mound for the Chiefs as Grayson Simpson Grayson Simpson comes in to pitch for the Chiefs as Jackson Reed comes up to the plate for the Lancers. Reed 0 for 2 today, reached on an error by Rivera at third in the fourth inning. The first pitch is a ball low and inside, and it's a 1-0 count. The 1-0 sidearm delivery thrown up and away, and it's a 2-0 count now. Simpson on the season, this is his 9th appearance thus far. Has a 2.63 ERA, 1.38 whip. As the 2-0 pitch is a ball outside. And it's a 3-0 count. Has 1 walk and 5 strikeouts. And he is notorious for switching up his arm action, thus far going completely sidearm, and that pitch misses inside. And that's a 4-pitch walk to Reed. That'll bring up Tyler Champagne. He's 1 for 2 today with a single and a ground out. Also has a run scored. The first pitch is a ball low, and it's a 1-0 count. We'll first go around the region before we go into some other games around the Mingo Bay Classic. As the 1-0 pitch is a strike at the knees, and it's a 1-1 count. Hartsville in the lead in the region with a 3-1 region record, 5-2 overall. Chiefs in second at 7-2, 11-5 overall. South Florence at 3-2, 5-3 overall. That ball is grounded over to the shortstop. On the second for one. Well, we'll see. No, they're going to say that Gasky did not have full control of the ball when he caught it. And so mark that as an E4, a fielder's choice E4. And now there are runners at first and second with nobody out. So that'll bring up Riley Stiles. He's 1 for 2 today with a single and a run scored. The first pitch, he bunts at it and bunts it foul. Both runners were going on the pitch. But that bunt is foul, and we'll do it all over again at 0-1. Continuing the region, South Florence at 3-2, 5-3 overall. West Florence 3-3, 7-5 overall. Darlington at 3-4, 4-7 overall. Wilson at 1-5, 4-6 overall. And Myrtle Beach at 1-6 and 3-14 overall. A pickoff throw over to second, keeping Reed close. And almost airmailed it, but luckily Gasky was able to come down with it. Long look in by Simpson, and now he steps off. That pitch gets away from the catcher, and he completely loses it. Both runners are able to advance, and Simpson had to come all the way in and get that ball because Freeman completely lost control, lost sight of where that ball went, and then in the process, both runners advanced. So now 2 runners in scoring position with nobody out. And now all 4 infielders are on the grass trying to avoid any more runs from scoring. That misses low, and it's now a 2-1 count. Last games for each of the region games. South Florence beat Hartsville 2-1, and Wilson beat Myrtle Beach by a score of 6-0. And that pitch is just off the plate outside. It's now a 3-1 count. Tonight's game here at the Mingo Bay Classic, currently Asheville and Myrtle Beach playing. Forest Park is facing off against Carolina Forest. Lugoff Elgin is facing off against St. James. Conway is facing off against Yorktown. And Newburgh Free Academy is facing off against Loris. And Alexandria City is facing off against Socastee. As that pitch is a strike at the knees, and it's now a full count. And rounding things off, Salem is facing off against Aner. We'll try to get you some of those scores in just a minute. The payoff pitch is reached for. High chopper, throwing it on to home and getting the runner at home. Great play by Rivera. Kevin Rivera, who moved to short with Simpson pitching. Rivera made a great strong throw home and is able to get Jackson Reed at the plate. So both runners advance on the fielder's choice. And actually in the process, Stiles was able to advance all the way to second. So 2 runners in scoring position still. And that ball's a high chopper. We'll see if they do not have a play at the plate. And in the process, Roop decides to just hold it. And that allows Parks to advance on the fielder's choice. He's able to get to first. So now runners at the corners. With runners at the corner with 1 away. And now Coach Roop will go out to the mound to meet with Simpson. Make sure that he's, just try to settle down. At least now with the runners at the corners, you can get a ground ball and get a double play and get out of this. Already 1 run scored in the inning, but certainly would like to avoid any more damage. Currently down by 4. Not nearly as daunting of a task as it seemed last inning when the Chiefs didn't have any runs on the board and it looked like their offense was getting completely shut down. And now Matt Roop goes back to the dugout. And we are getting set to continue once again. Jay Douglas steps into the box. He's 2 for 3 today. As a thought about pick. Oh no, they do a delayed throw to third, throw to first, and they are able to get the runner at first. But meanwhile, the runner at third is able to score. I don't know how. I mean, I understand the strategy, but I'm not sure how smart of a decision that is, considering you allow a runner to score in the process. But nevertheless, the second out is made. And it's now a 7-2 ball game. And that ball, that is a ball. And Douglas, they'll intentionally walk Douglas, I believe. And that'll bring up Jack Kalea. Kalea is 2 for 3 today with 2 singles and an RBI. The first pitch to Kalea is grounded down the line, fair, past the glove of Rivera. He's able to stop it, he was not able to stop it. Actually, that's McCormick at third now. And that is a 2-out single for Kalea. Good job by Hall. Wasn't hit that hard. But nevertheless, it is another single. And the Lancers are still in business. Oh, no, actually, I take that back. That was actually counted as a foul ball. It's hard to see down the left field line here. Thought for a second that they counted it as a foul ball, as that pitch misses low, and in the process, Douglas advances up to second on defensive indifference. The 1-1 just misses a little inside. It's now a 2-1 count. The 2-2 misses outside. It's now a full count. Seven to 2. Legion Collegiate in the lead. Here in the top half of the sixth inning. The pitch. Just off the plate, and actually that was a 2-2 count, so that'll run the count full now. Long look in by Simpson. Now he gets set. The payoff. Looking around the Mingo Bay right now, Forest Park is currently, as that pitch is fouled off, and we'll do it all over again at a 3-2 count. Carolina Forest currently losing 3-2 to Forest Park. The payoff pitch is a called strike 3, and that'll end the inning. But not before the Lancers are able to put two more on the board. 2 runs on no hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. 1 left on base. After 5.5, it's 7-2 Lancers here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. Heart of the order due up for the Chiefs as Burgess Kurganis steps into the box. He swings and misses at the first pitch. And it's an 0-1 count. Kurganis 1 for 2 today with a single. Xavier Pelzer still on the mound for Legion Collegiate, trying to, not sure if he'll completely close it out as Santos goes out to talk with Pelzer. But he's certainly going to at least try to finish this game off. Myrtle Beach is currently down 4-0 to the Asheville Cougars. The 1-0 is, or excuse me, the 0-1 is a ball. And it's now a 1-1 count. The 1-1 is swung on and missed for strike 2, and it's now a 1-2 count. The 2-1 is a strike on the outside part of the plate. It's now a 2-2 count. The 2-2 is fouled off, and we'll do it all over again at 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Ball just a little off the plate inside, and it's now a full count. The full count offering is a ball, and Gerganis works a leadoff walk. So a good job by Gerganis to work the walk and make Pelzer use a few pitches. The first pitch to Roop is a ball low. Changeup misses a little low, and it's a 1-0 count. Roop is 2 for 2 today with 2 singles. Pelzer all the way up to 83 pitches. And that is a strike, and it's a 1-1 count now. The 1-1 pitch. Strike at the letters. It's now a 1-2 count. And you have to wonder if they're just going to let Pelzer work the rest of this game. Obviously, if he gets in a jam, as that pitch is swung on and hit into left center field in there for a base hit. And that will just advance Gerganis up to second. So runners at first and second with nobody out. And that'll bring up Caden Kingston. Kingston 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a groundout. Grounded into an inning-ending double play in the 4th. Does not want to do that again. As the first pitch to Kingston is swung on and missed. He put on actually got a piece of it, fouled it off. He put on a big hack, but was not quite able to put it in play. The 0-1. Another big hack. This one he misses as the snap throw gets past the first baseman into right field. Rounding third, but being held up is Gerganis. That E2 by Santos will allow both runners to advance. And now the Chiefs have 2 runners in scoring position with nobody out. Potentially 2 straight innings where they can do some damage and cut into this deficit. Once again, currently down by 5 following the 2-run top half of the 6th inning. That misses low. And it's a 1-2 count. Chiefs, their bats are starting to get hot, but needed to continue. The 1-2. That ball is lofted down the right field line, but that'll be foul. And we'll do it all over again at 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. And there is one away. That's a big first out for Pelzer. That'll bring up Trace Hall. He's 1 for 1 today with a single and a run scored. We'll do the college roundup right now. For North Myrtle Beach, Donald Hansis plays for College of Charleston. Currently this season, as the first pitch is swung on and missed. Another big hack, this time by Hall, but he comes up whiffing, and it's an 0-1 count. The 0-1 misses low, and it's a 1-1 count. Donald Hanson's batting .214 this season with 11 runs, 5 home runs, and 13 RBI. The 1-1. That ball swung on and missed for strike 2, and it's now a 1-2 count. Billy Barlow at Clemson finally got his first win of his collegiate career earlier over the past couple of weeks. Not sure exactly what day it was, as that misses low, and it's now a 2-2 count. He has a 4.55 ERA, 1.21 whip, 8 walks, and 28 strikeouts thus far this season for the Tigers. For Legion Collegiate, they currently only have one player, as that pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3, and there are 2 away. And now this would be a big blow to the Chiefs and a big boost to Legion Collegiate if Pelzer is able to get out of this jam. 2 runners in scoring position with nobody out, and now they have the chance with 2 away now to potentially get out of the jam. The first pitch is a ball low and inside, and it's a 1-0 count to Grayson Simpson, who is 1 for 2 today with a single and a run scored. The 1-0 misses well low and inside, gets past the catcher, but it will ricochet off the bricks and get back to Santos quickly enough to avoid any runners from advancing. Two-0 count now. The pitch. That ball's fouled off, and it's now a 2-1 count. Like I was mentioning, Legion Collegiate only has one player currently in the collegiate level, Hunter Freizowitz, who plays for UNC Asheville, and he's currently batting .200 this season. That ball's fouled off, and we'll do it all over again at 2-2. Deuces are wild, 2 on, 2 out, and a 2-2 count. (7-2). Legion Collegiate in the lead, but the Chiefs trying to cut that deficit in half right here. The 2-2. Misses low. Good plate vision. Good plate discipline by Simpson on that pitch. That looked like it could have been at the knees, but just a little low. And now the count's full. The payoff pitch. He reaches for one and dribbles it over to the second baseman. It'll be a quick throw and not quite being able to beat out the throw. A bang play at first. But they will call Simpson out, and that will end the inning. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on base. After 6 full, we head to the final inning, the 7th inning, with Legion Collegiate leading at 7-2 here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. Preston Todd comes in to pitch to try to keep the deficit at 5 here in the top half of the 7th inning. Todd, this is his 6th appearance this season. Has a 9.45 ERA, 2.85 whip. Has 11 walks and 4 strikeouts. And he will face the middle of the order. 4-5-6 for Legion Collegiate. Ethan Belk steps into the box. He's 1 for 3 today. And a bit of miscommunication already early on between Todd and Freeman. Just trying to work out some signals. And actually, we have a pinch hitter for Legion Collegiate. We'll get you his particulars in just a second. It's number 19. The first pitch is a ball low. It's a 1-0 count. That is Chris Rollins coming in to bat for Legion Collegiate. The 1-0 pitch. Strike on the high inside corner, and it's a 1-1 count. Chiefs just trying to keep their hopes alive. Trying to keep this deficit at least semi-manageable. Still going to be tricky to get a 5-run lead back. But at least keep it within semi-striking distance. Todd steps off the rubber, now back on. The 1-1. Strike on the outside corner. And it's a 1-2 count. The 1-2 pitch. Called strike 3 on the inside part of the plate. And there's one away. That's exactly how you want to kick off this top half of the 7th inning. That'll bring up Laz Santos. Santos 0 for 2 today with a strikeout, a flyout, and a walk. The first pitch to Santos. Misses up and in. And it's a 1-0 count. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 1. A good changeup that got Santos out in front of it. And it's a 1-1 count. The 1-1. Misses well up and in, and it plunks Santos. So he'll head down to first base on the hit by a pitch. That'll bring up Ryan Burke. He's 0 for 3 today. And actually, it looks like we're going to get another pinch hitter. Actually, no, I take that back. It is Burke still out there. The first pitch to Burke is a ball low and inside. It's a 1-0 count. The 1-0 pitch is swung on and missed for strike 1. It's now a 1-1 count. Aces are wild. 1 on, 1 out, and a 1-1 count. That was a good changeup by Todd, getting Burke to swing out in front of it. The 1-1 will miss outside. Now a 2-1 count. And if the Chiefs, obviously the Chiefs would love to get back into this one. But not only, like I mentioned, the game against West Florence ended their 3 straight 10-run rule win streak. But now on top of that, tonight, as that pitch misses high, going down to second, high throw, and it gets past the glove of Rivera at short into center field. But Hall right there to back him up and avoid any further damage, but Santos will steal second base. So now a runner in scoring position with 1 away here in the top half of the 7th inning for Legion Collegiate. That pitch was called a ball as well, so it's now a 3-1 count. The 3-1. That ball's fouled back, and it's now the count's run full. But like I was mentioning, not only, obviously, on Wednesday, the Chiefs only beat West Florence by a score of 2-1, but now their 4-game winning streak is in jeopardy right here. As that pitch is swung on and fouled back once again. And we'll do it all over again at full. The payoff pitch. That ball is popped foul once again. And if nothing else, this will be a quality at-bat for Ryan Burke, making Preston Todd use a lot of pitches. Again, now set and fires. And that's a ball high. And Burke works a walk. So now runners at first and second with 1 away. That'll bring up Jackson Reed. Reed is 0 for 2 today. Reached on an error and reached on a walk. The first pitch to Reed. That ball's fouled back. And it's 0-1. Runners on first and second, 1 away. Chiefs down by 5, 7-2, with Legion Collegiate threatening to add on more. The 0-1 pitch. That ball is lined over the head of McCormick at third into left field corner. Rounding third and heading for home and scoring is Santos. That will be an RBI double for Jackson Reed. And just like that, the Lancers take an 8-2 lead. And the hot bats just keep on coming along for Legion Collegiate. And now they have 2 runners in scoring position once again. And that'll bring up Tyler Champagne. Champagne 1 for 3 today with a single and 2 runs scored. The first pitch to Champagne is a called strike on the outside part of the plate, and it's an 0-1 count. And now the road has gotten even trickier. The mountain has gotten even steeper for the Chiefs to try to get back into this one in the bottom half. That pitch, called strike on the high inside corner. And it's an 0-2 count now. Stepping off the rubber is Todd. And looks like there's some miscommunication once again in the battery. And now Matt Roop will go out to talk with Todd and try to figure some things out. And Roop will head back to the dugout. This is a big pitch for the Chiefs, as getting this second out would help immensely to get out of this jam. Only one run scored thus far in this inning, but the Lancers are threatening to add more. That pitch is swung on and grounded over to the third baseman. Throw home, and they will now get Burke in a pickle. And losing the handle, but throwing it home, still in the pickle, and they'll finally tag out Burke in between third and home. But meanwhile, both runners advance. So mark that as a fielder's choice. And there are still 2 runners in scoring position. Good play, however, by Rivera at short. Throwing it home. And luckily for the Chiefs, with that bobble at third, it did not cost them. First pitch is a strike right down the heart of the plate to the number 9 hitter, Riley Stiles. He's 1 for 3 today with a single and 2 runs scored. Reached on a fielder's choice in his last at-bat and came around to score. The 0-1 misses well up and in. And it's a 1-1 count. 2 runners in scoring position, runners at second and third with 2 away. Chiefs trying to keep this deficit at 6 as we will head to the bottom of the 7th, the last inning. The last half inning in this game. That misses low. 2-1 count now. The 2-1. That ball is popped high to the right in the middle of the infield to the right side of the pitcher's mound, and making the catch is Roop for the final out of the inning, but not before the Lancers put another run on the board. 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on base. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Last chance for the Chiefs, down by 6 here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. Evan Vandenbosch will come in to try to close this game out for the Chiefs. He will face off against the bottom part of the order, 8, 9, and 1. We'll head back to the top of the order after the first two. Another pinch hitter for the Chiefs coming in. It will be number 9. As the first pitch from the lefty Vandenbosch will be swung on and missed for strike one. And it's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch is a ball, gets away from the catcher, but with no one on base. No harm, no foul. CJ Oxendine is up to the plate. Batting .400 thus far this season. This is only his 6th plate appearance of the season. 6th at bat of the season. That pitch misses low. It's now a 2-1 count. Oxendine has no runs and no RBI. The 2-1 pitch misses low and inside. 3-1 count now. Evan Vandenbosch, considered a high follow prospect, according to Perfect Game USA. Throws an 82 to 86 mile an hour fastball, 73 mile an hour curveball, and a 74 mile an hour changeup. As that pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. And strike 2. And now the count's worked full. The payoff pitch misses it inside. Oh no, they're going to call him. They're going to say it was a called strike 3. And there's one away. Thought that was inside, but the umpire says nope. It's a called third strike. And now the Chiefs are down to their final 2 outs. That'll bring up Kevin Rivera. Rivera trying to avoid the hat trick. That miss is a ball inside. It's a 1-0 count. The 1-0. Strike at the letters, and it's a 1-1 count. The 1-1 pitch. That ball is swung on and lofted out into right field. That'll drop into the alley right down the line and roll towards the wall. And that'll be a single for Rivera. So the Chiefs trying to keep their hopes alive. Getting a runner on first base with one away. And that'll bring up Chance Hall. Quick recap for you guys if you're just joining us. The first 2 innings started off as a pitcher's duel. But then the Lancers got out to an early lead, scoring 3 in the top half of the 3rd inning. Eventually put 2 more on in the 5th before the Chiefs got their first runs of the game in the bottom half of the 5th, scoring 2 of their own. And then the Lancers proceeded to score 2 more in the 6th and 1 more in the 7th to get us to where we are now, 8-2 in the bottom of the 7th inning. The first pitch is a ball inside. It's a 1-0 count to Chance Hall, who is 1 for 3 today with a 2-run triple. That was the big blow for the Chiefs. Those were the only 2 runs for the Chiefs in this game thus far. Would love to put another jolt into this one. That misses inside. 2-0 count. And And now a mound visit. Mound visit by pitching coach Jake Hylinski. Just trying to make sure that Vanden Bosch knows what needs to be done, knows that, also understands that, you've got a big lead. You don't have to be stressed. You don't have to be worried. Just make your pitches and let's get out of here. The pitch. Strike on the inside black, and it's now a 2-1 count. Probably not in this situation, but 2-1 count with one away, runner on first base. This would be a perfect hit and run scenario. We'll see if they decide to do it. They do not, as that ball is grounded over to the shortstop on the second for one, but not quite able to make the play to first. That ball was just a high chopper up the middle. Champagne had to wait for it to come down and was able to make the throw to second to get Rivera, but not quite strong enough. Just wasn't hit hard enough to allow. Not hit strong enough to allow Douglas to make a throw over to first. So 2 away now. Chiefs down to their final out. And Camden Gasky just hit a ball. I didn't even see what happened, so I'm going to have to wait for Game Changer to show what happened there. Because on the first pitch, Gasky just swung on it and lined it over. I believe it was over to the right side of the infield, and it was caught for the final out of the inning. So either way, that'll end the game. Final score 8-2. Legion Collegiate wins this game over the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs. So the Chiefs lose their first game here at the Mingo Bay Classic 2022. They're going to have a tough time trying to repeat as champions. They were the Mingo Bay Classic champions last season. So they will really need to play well in the next 2 games. Tomorrow, they will be back here facing off against Patriot tomorrow evening out of Virginia. So be sure to join us then. Once again, 6:15 pregame show with a 6:30 first pitch schedule. Although, considering what happened today, more than likely will be a little bit behind schedule. But nevertheless, final score here, 8-2. Legion Collegiate wins this one to go 1-0 in bracket play in the Mingo Bay Classic. Chiefs go down to 0-1. We will be back here tomorrow for